All right, so I just saw Superman 3. Yo, you know what's funny? When I watched Superman 2, I put my review up and I said, I know some people say certain movies are not that good, like in the Superman franchise. Like I think they said, I think they said it gets worse or something. I don't know. Or like I think they said Superman 3 is bad or Superman 4 or Quest for Peace. One of them I heard people say it's not that good. And I've never seen them before. I've seen like I don't even want to say clips because it's not clips. I've seen like I have very vivid, not vivid, small memories. You know, like a Superman like doing small things in those movies when I was a kid, but I never really watched the whole thing. So now I'm actually watching it. This Superman movie, Superman 3, I'm gonna be completely honest. Yo, what did they do? What did they do? I don't understand how to go from Superman 1, which is really good, and then Superman 2, which I thought was amazing, and then Superman 3. All right, I think they just said, hey, we're gonna do a comedy. I get that. There's comedic tones that you could put into a movie. But I mean, I'm sure people don't remember. I mean, if they remember it, it's cool, but the first, not even 10, probably the first, yeah, I think the first 10 minutes, I'm feeling like I'm exaggerating, but I'm pretty sure the first 10 minutes is straight up comedy. It's like slapstick comedy, people falling on the streets of Metropolis. And like, it's just like so comedy. Like, it's like so left field. I'm like watching it. I literally was watching it and I was like, wait, what? Like, I was like, wait, what am I watching right now? Like, am I watching it? Am I still watching Superman? Like, I had to press pause. I was like, oh yeah, still Superman 3, okay. And here's the thing. What was the comedian's name? Mr. Richard Pryor. Okay, so I saw an interview when he said like he's a fan, and then like they loved him. And it's like, oh, they reworked the script to put Richard Pryor in. This movie is not even a Superman movie. This is a Richard Pryor movie featuring Superman. Are you serious? Oh my God! I swear this is what I'm gonna say. If I was born in the time where he was like running the world in his comedy, I'm sure I probably would have seen this and be like, oh my God, this like is amazing. But I probably would have been still feeling like, oh, I thought this was a Superman movie. I'm sure a part of my mind would have thought that. Because even right now, if you think about, I don't know, anyone like Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, or like, I don't know, think about some big comedian that everyone knows. And then imagine a big superhero movie coming out. Maybe the next Superman movie, they put Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart, and he takes up at least 75% of the movie. Literally, Richard Pryor is in this movie more than Superman. It's a fact. I wanted to look up the screen time for each actor, but I didn't because I said I don't even want to know. But I know it's high. You can't tell me how I felt when I watched the movie. I feel like this is Richard Pryor's movie. He's in the beginning, the end. He's in like at least I feel like 80% of the movie. Or Christopher Reeve is barely in. When he's in it, I'm happy. But so like I'm saying, it just surprised me they did that. Like during that era of Richard Pryor's life, people were loving him so much that they like literally made the movie for him. And I'm happy he got to have that experience. I'm so happy. Like I love Spider-Man. So if someone did that for me and they put me in a Spider-Man movie, but even me as a Spider-Man fan, I would be like, Peter is only in about 35% of the script. I know you guys love me, but come on. I mean, maybe put me like on the TV like J. Jonah Jameson for like maybe like 2 minutes. Give me like 2 minutes, you know, and that's it. But yo, Richard Pryor he's the main character of this movie. This is not a Superman movie. Like, I challenge anyone to watch Superman 3 and say how much screen. Don't look it. If you want to look it up, look it up. I didn't look it up because I just know how I felt when you watch. You know when you watch a movie, even if it's short and it feels like it's long, you watch this movie, even if Christopher Reeve has more screen time, and I guarantee you he does not. Even if he does, and it's like somewhere online where like they show he does have more screen time, you don't feel it. You feel Richard Pryor's. Richard Pryor is the main character. They give him all the moments. They give him everything. And then Superman, he's reduced to a scumbag. They turn him into a scumbag because they give this guy some fake kryptonite or something, and they don't really explain it. I mean, they don't even really have to explain. I'm not even mad if they didn't really explain it. I just don't want to see Superman like that. And you know what? That's not true. That's not true. Because here's the thing. I'm watching Smallville right now. I love Smallville. I rewatch it like every few years because I freaking love that show. Love it. It's my favorite show of all time. Anyways, I grew up watching it with my family. We only had a couple channels. we watched Smallville on certain days of the week when I was able to watch TV during the week. So it has a special place in my heart, and I used to watch it with my parents. So anyways, regardless of that, Smallville has extra special place in my heart. Well, I say that because in Smallville, he goes bad multiple times. So I don't want to say I don't want to see Superman like that, and I don't want to see Clark like that. Because in Smallville, whenever he puts on that red kryptonite, whenever he gets affected, I love it. I eat it up. I'm like, oh my God. Tom Welling, he's killing it. Clark Kent, he's killing it. It just, and the story works perfectly. It just, I love it. So I'm not gonna say I don't like seeing Superman be a sleaze bag or Clark being a bad guy. I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is the way they did it here did not work. It did not work for me. Not at all. The one thing I will say, and this is what I'll say, the reason it didn't work is because it's kind of very abrupt. They try to pepper in a little bit, but I feel like they could have did it a lot better. And I think it's because of that lack of screen time. The most screen time Superman gets is when he's fighting himself, where you could have did more to show him fighting that inner, just having him kind of go back and forth between Clark before he beats a sleazebag and kind of go back and forth with that a little bit more instead of giving him so much Richard Pryor. But I guess it is his movie, but let me stop. I digress. Anyways, I have a lot to say about this. And here's the thing. I normally, when I watch these movies, I normally watch it in a full, I like to sit like I'm in a movie theater, put my phone down, put my headphones on, and I watch the full movie. I got a nice projector on my wall. Like I make a thing out of it, you know what I mean? So make some dinner, everything. So I'm watching this movie. I fell asleep 3 times. That never happens when I watch these movies. Never happens. I watch it and I'm like, oh my God, this is great. Because I was so uninterested. I had to stop the movie and I said, I'm going to watch it a little bit tomorrow. And then I watched it a little bit the next day and I finished it. That's how I had to finish this movie. Like, I was so uninterested in this movie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I had to give this out of 5 stars, this is a 1 star. I think I gave Superman 2. I'm pretty sure I gave it a 3 or 4. I don't even know if I rated it. But the point is, if I had to rate Superman 2, I'd give it honestly, I'd give Superman 2 probably 3.5 out of 5. Or maybe a 4. But that's how good Superman 2 is to me. But this was like such a departure. But I enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. It's just, actually, can I say I enjoyed it? I think I enjoyed it because I'm watching something I've never seen before and I was just interested in all their choices. But none of the choices were pretty entertaining to me. It's because it was a Richard Pryor movie. Richard Pryor, when I think about this movie, it's so hard for me to think about Superman's storyline. All I see is Richard Pryor. And it's like, not, like, every comedy is subjective. Sometimes he's funny, sometimes he's not. Like I said, if I was born in his generation, I'm sure his comedy would have hit me way better and I'll be like, oh my God. But still, it's a Superman movie. So I'm gonna get off of that and I'm gonna say this. Other than Richard Pryor's Superman 3, I'm gonna say the thing that could have saved this movie a lot for me is Miss Lana Lang. Miss Lana Lang. Yes, you know why? Because I already told you I am currently watching Smallville because I love it so much and I rewatch it a lot. And Annette O'Toole, who plays Miss, why am I forgetting her name? I love Spider-Man so much, all I could think about was Aunt May and Uncle Ben. Why am I forgetting Superman's mom's name? Martha. And you know how I remember that name? I remembered it because of stupid Batman v Superman in that stupid moment. Martha! That's how I remembered the name just now. So good for them. Anyways, Martha is played in Smallville by Annette O'Toole, Clark's mom. And this, she plays Lana, and I did not know that. And that was beautiful. When I saw her, I was like, oh my God. And I wish they built more of that. I wish they had more of that story. Put Richard Pryor, cut 40 minutes of his screen time, give it mostly to Annette O'Toole, and maybe spark in a little bit of Lois, because Lois is not really in this movie, which I don't really have a problem with, but you could have sparked her in a little bit more, because she's such a big part of it. A part of 1 or 2, you just dished her out. But yeah, that was a small little thing. And then this review is going a little long, but I just have so much to say about this. Annette O'Toole, okay, I just love her. I can't, like I said, I can't believe that she's Lana. And I think that they could have built that storyline a lot more. They could have built it up a little bit more. And I just feel like they peppered in a lot. I don't know if she's in part 4, if she's in Quest for Peace, if they're trying to set up a relationship between him and Lana and then go with the franchise. If they do, I'm completely fine with that because I would love to see Annette O'Toole again in Quest for Peace. But other than that, I just like her. I just wish that she was in more of it. And then, of course, this is missing one of the biggest hearts of the film, which is Lois. They only give her 1 second in the beginning and 1 second at the end. Like, I know this is not a Lois movie, but you took out Lois and put Richard Pryor. What? And if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna take out Lois, then replace it with an O'Toole and put her more in it. She's in the movie, but give her more to do. Give her more moments of her and Clark building that chemistry and just like, you know, reconnecting. And then I gotta say, why Superman's going against a computer? Understand why at the very end did they have it almost look like it was about to be kind of like a Brainiac situation? When they did that, it made me say, why didn't they just do Brainiac? Because I don't know if they had any rights issues or whatever. I don't know. But the point is, the way they did this lady at the end where her face got wrapped in wires and stuff and she almost looked like a Brainiac kind of thing. If they were going to do that, even if they weren't going to do Brainiac, if they were going to do a character like that, that would have been great. They could have did a character that was like almost like a robot, like the way they did the lady at the end. And then that would have been pretty cool. That would have been a little bit formidable, you know? I think that would have been pretty interesting. But they didn't. They just went with this crazy computer nonsense. But I don't want to bash on this movie. I just can't believe that they made this movie the way they made this movie. Like, there's literally a sign where there's a street sign and stuff is going on, commotion around the town, and then the street sign, you know what? I'm not even mad at this part because I like stupid comedy like this, but it's just like, they have so much other stupid comedy that I'm like, golly. All right, so the walking sign went up to the stop sign person and started fighting inside of the sign. I'm like, I just can't believe this is Superman 3 right now. I can't believe this is Superman movie. But like I said, that part, it bothers me, but it doesn't really bother me. It just bothers me how much of that type of comedy is in this movie. Like, this movie is a comedy. I need to look up the genre, but I'm sure it's comedy action. It has to be. Yes, so I'm trying to think about anything else, but I know this is going on long, but I need to air out my grievances. I need to air out my grievances for this film. And if anyone feels that way, like I mean, I don't know how people feel about this film. I don't know too many. I gotta talk to people and, you know, see how they feel. Let me know in the comments or anything how you feel about Superman 3 and if Quest for Peace is better. And I think Quest for Peace is better. The only reason I'm gonna say that is because Quest for Peace is the only movie I have in my mind from when I was a kid. I remember seeing Superman fighting someone. Nuclear Man, I think his name was. I remember seeing him fighting another guy. And I remember that memory's in there. And it's a good memory. I don't remember the whole movie because I didn't watch the whole movie. I just remember, I have visualized him fighting someone. And I remember he was fighting someone. And I just know it's entertaining. When I think about Superman, the old Superman movies, before I watched part 1 and 2, that's what I thought about. I didn't have any memories of Superman 1 and Superman 2 because I never watched all of it. The only memories I had from any of those is like him spinning around the world. That's it. Or going back in time, whatever you want to say. Like, those are the only real memories I had besides that, him fighting someone else. Now I have this memory of him fighting a freaking computer and I zap it out. I can't believe it. And you know what's funny? I didn't think this movie was going to be that bad. Because I've seen the cover of this film multiple times. I've seen the cover of him flying, holding Richard Pryor. And I thought, oh, that looks like such a cool... I don't know. I just thought it was going to be like almost like a buddy cop thing. I think, that would have worked. If they wanted to make this a Richard Pryor movie, I think that would have worked way better if they did almost a buddy cop thing. Because at the end, Richard Pryor lies to someone saying, oh, because Superman puts him down, he's flying with him. He's like, oh, you know, Superman, he kind of lies like, oh, yeah, that's my boy, whatever. I think that would have been a way better film if they met and then somehow like he was working with Superman almost like a buddy cop thing, and then he could infuse this comedy and then they could work together, and then maybe you could bring in a Brainiac or do something else on the side. Because the amount of time these villains get, I'm like watching a movie like, where the heck is Clark? And I think that's why I fell asleep a few times, because I was like, I didn't come for this. So but that's all I'm gonna say. Other than that, this has been a cool journey. And the next one I'm watching after this is Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I'm excited for that because I've seen it a long time ago. And that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of going back and forth between the two. And I can't wait to watch that. That's going to bring me so good. So good. But yeah. And then I'm going to watch Superman again soon. But I'm probably not going to do a re-review because I already redid it. But the new Superman, I want to watch it again. I did enjoy it. And I didn't think I was really going to enjoy it. But David Cornsfoot, he made me feel the hope for Superman. That's why I'm going all the way back. So that's how this journey even started. But anyways, take care. It's Dejo Notre Dame. And of course, you know, I love my boy Henry Cavill, Man of Steel. I just got to say that every time because I got to put respect on his name. Anyways, it's Dejo Notre Dame. Spread love and light. Take care. And let's sign off.